The College Basketball Experience Weekend Bombs Edition for March 8th, 9th, and 10th on the Sports Gambling Podcast Network is brought to you by Cut. Cut is a peer-to-peer social betting platform that's U.S.-based and available in 40 different states. Head to cut.com. That's KUTT.com. Use that promo code SGPN for a 10% deposit bonus. We're also brought to you by Underdog Fantasy. Play their fantasy pickup for a chance to win 100 times the amount of money you enter in NBA, NHL, college basketball, and much, much more. Sign up today using the promo code SGPN to get a 100% deposit match. We're also brought to you by Champs. Run your own March Madness pool and enter Champs free bracket contest for a chance to win $1,000. Yes, go to sportsgamblingpodcast.com/champs to enter today. We're also brought to you by Hall of Fame Bets. Yes, the sports betting research platform for parlays, player props, and game lines. Download the Hall of Fame Bets app or visit HOFBets.com. Use that promo code SGPN to get 50% off your first month and start making smarter bets today, people.
Hey, this is Derek Stevens. I'm the owner of Circa Las Vegas. You're listening to SGPN. Let it ride.
We got upon us, youtube.com/the college experience. How about over there? Hit that like, hit that subscribe button. And yeah, I know Pacific is down 39-2. I've turned it off the television and I've put, I saw that Running Man was on.
Yeah.
If you haven't seen Running Man, you haven't lived. All right. Maybe me and TJ could talk 10 minutes on Running Man in a minute here. But first, if you're wondering who the hell you're listening to, my name is Colby Swigga Database Dad, a.k.a. Pick Dundee. That's not a pick. This is a pick.
He was raised in the land down under, where a man thinks on his feet, speaks with his fists, and lives by his wits.
When Dundee happened, he was a superstar.
And you're nothing but a chameleon, lemon-headed, coward, terrorist pussy. And I'm after you, buddy. You're going to pay for it. Good night.
39-2.
39-2. A lot of game left.
What they get for getting rid of their football program that had Carroll, Buddy Ryan. You know what I mean? Rich football history, and they said, let's close the doors. Pussies. I am joined by my co-host. Give it up for the host of the Bottom Line Bombs podcast, which you should be subscribed to. They call him the man in the box, a.k.a. the Bet Detective. Give it up for C.J. Sullivan. How you doing, brother?
Good. Yeah, that's right. I am the Bet Detective, sniffing out those bad lines, making sure y'all don't get the fentanyl.
There we go. There we go.
About now, I'm looking at that Pepperdine 39, Pacific 2. A lot of game to go, as the chat room likes to remind you. Yeah, I thought it was a woman's score when I first saw it going across. I mean, that usually happens, something like that, you know. A lady score. I apologize to the women, the lady score.
Well, I don't get the brain bag.
We talked about before. Pepperdine was genius because Pacific, worst against the spread team in the country, fired their coach. So, like, that's the play. You're going to get that coach bump, the new coach bump. Pepperdine heard that news, said, not so fast. We too can play that game. We'll fire our coach.
Yeah, everyone's getting fired. Look, I'm taking Pacific. Look, I know I have Pacific plus the points, and that's good. But I think if we get in live, they can't get much worse.
Yeah, what's the money line play on Pacific now? Right, regret. Got to balance out. Sure, numbers tells you that Pepperdine is in line to score 4 points in the second half because of this, right? That's how this works.
I see 36. You can get 36 live right now.
30. I don't fuck 36. What's the money line? I want it outright.
They're not offering a money line. They're not
Frank
offering the money line. But
Frank Reich gonna come back in here, maybe play a little game. What's going on?
But I'll say this. I hit on Georgia Southern. I decided to bet Missouri State late.
Okay.
So I will live bet plus 36 with the Pacific Ocean.
Yes.
Give me it. You jumping into this thing? There's money to be made, buddy. Get on over there and touch the ocean.
I think you might have got a good number because live update, new out of town score, Pepperdine 39, Pacific Tigers 5.
Woo!
They hit a 3-ball.
Watch out! Don't let them get hot.
So
Don't let the Tigers get hot.
Yeah, so you can put that 36.5 in the pocket, baby. That is a winner.
So we got a bunch of games tipping off in a little bit here. We got a fun-filled weekend. More tournaments started. Daytime college basketball going on, CJ.
Yes.
So, I mean, I don't know if you want to touch on anything tonight besides just take Oregon minus the points.
I like the game. Yeah, I like Oregon.
I like the Golden Bears to piss on. Mark Madsen didn't get hired by Stanford.
How many times have these guys played each other this year? This seems like the seventh fucking meeting between Cal and I mean, enough of this Mark Madsen Bowl nonsense. Jesus Christ.
I also like the UCLA Bruins. I think they're live tonight.
I love UCLA tonight. Getting 9.
Oh, yeah. 9.5, 9. Shop around.
Arizona might phone this one in, although it is in LA. UCLA, I can see them phoning this one in. I love UCLA tonight plus the 9. There's another huge line out there. The Arizona State grabbing 10.5 or something like that. Did I see that right? I'm not
touching that one. Not touching
Friday's games. That 9.5 at the Brownies. Who are the Brownies to be laying 9.5? To my Devils. You like
I don't know.
All right.
USC's been playing better lately, buddy.
So I know they've been playing better, but now they're coming back down, and I mean, it's just trying to clinch in. So UCLA, how about this one? And this is a conference game, tournament game. I mean, I like Washington, of course, plus the points, but
I'm on State.
This is a big game for me. You're on State?
I'm on State, buddy.
All right. Jesus God.
We're all over the fucking place to start this.
All over. Of course, you're also on Pacific. So,
and I got running man. And by the way, Pepperdine 43-7 now. 43-7. So right on my number. I'm covering by 0.5 point.
That sounds nice. How about that? I mean, I have a future on Wisconsin Green Bay 20-1. I'm a little worried about tonight. They're playing with Wisconsin Milwaukee.
You should be worried. Noah Reynolds is coming back to me. Don't try to do too much, Noah.
I mean, I do have a future on Milwaukee as well. I have them both. Oh. I think no, I don't. I have them in Cleveland. They're in Cleveland State, right?
Cleveland State. I got a future on. They're catching 9.5 at Youngstown.
I
cannot wait for that.
Pardon me. I have Cleveland State and Green Bay. I do not have Milwaukee future. Noah Reynolds is back.
He is. Well, according to his Instagram, he says he's playing.
All right. So I like Green Bay tonight then. Milwaukee does scare me. We get past that. Can we meet that? Can we make Tristan and Aranu's in the championship? Let's get Oakland. How about Oakland is the 1 seed at home and like a 4.5 point favorite? It seems like a small number,
and Beanick gave us phony news. He said the students were on spring break. And then someone tweeted out at us today saying they're not on spring break. That was the week before. So now I'm all fucked up. Beanick can't be trusted. He's down there in Florida going to the fucking Caddyshack bar. All right.
Well, Beanick has a 7-week spring break when he does. He's a minor league, he's looking up because he's a total mess. You can't take his word for it. No one's a class. No, you're not a class, you fucking bum. Get a hold of yourself. Kids are back there. They're cheering it on. Either way, the bet detective does not like that line at 4.5.
Something a little sniffy. Kaysen in the chat says, corporate ass job wanted me to work harder this month. Do they not know I'm a DJ? Do they not know March Madness? What is that establishment you're working for? That bet detective should be on the case of shutting that place down.
Who does not acknowledge March Madness. They don't acknowledge Merch Madness. Everything's going on this month.
Yes, Merch Madness. We got the brand new Storm the Court t-shirts. Get
Mhm.
on over there, folks. Yeah, I mean,
You're not anything else to it? What do you think of the big Lehigh Lafayette game? I know you're probably
I'm all over Lehigh. I
Yeah.
bet the hell out of Lehigh. I also bet American. I mean, I have a shit ton of bets tonight. I got American. I'm riding with the likes of and by the way, that Oakland IPFW, that's gone up a point overnight.
What is it?
It was at 3.5. Now it's at 4.5.
Yeah, of course. People think the public just like in generic, like, wait, the 1 seed at home is only laying 3. Like, what's going on here?
I bet Holy Cross with 19.5 fucking points or something like that. 19.
Go to hell. They destroyed Army. I was all over Army the other night. These Crusaders are gonna kill me.
And then I'm heavy on Cleveland State.
I love Cleveland State.
Heavy on Cleveland State.
They're an outright.
I also heavy on Stetson.
Heavy on Stetson.
Stetson's getting the Dolphins after their little magical 2 wins.
Stetson wives. Yes, I like that as well.
They're gonna put them in check.
Mm-hmm.
What else? The fuck else am I on? I am on Washington State, as we touched. Oh, Utah. I think Utah's gonna go into Corvallis and cover.
Okay. Oregon's, I think, the only one we agree on.
In Cleveland State, right?
Yeah, Cleveland State.
Austin P. I sprinkled a little bit on Austin on the Governors down there, and also I took some action on Sela against Nichols. I think they get that done. Terrified of the SWAC games, and I'm on La Tech, but I don't advise people to jump in on that. That line went up. I got it at 7.5 yesterday. But yeah, that's what I told you. We're scattering the board these days. All you do is scatter the board on these slates where there's just hoops on all fucking day. You got to scatter the fucking board here. Yeah, but let's look at tomorrow's action, because that's where I get excited. I think tomorrow's action is a lot of fun. We got conference tournaments starting left and right.
Pick a conference, any conference. What do you like?
Let's talk a little bit about the Missouri Valley. Well, no, that started already. So you can't even. What about the SoCon?
Yeah, let's get into that SoCon played over there at Harrah's Cherokee Center in Asheville, North Carolina. I like anytime you got an American casino and an Indian casino joining forces to give us beautiful 4 or 5 days of basketball. 3 days. 3 days.
Shout out to Weehawk, who's there nonstop at that casino.
Yes.
Tags us in it all the time. So Sanford's the odds-on favorite, plus 150.
Mm-hmm.
Greensboro, the 2 seed, plus 375. Western Carolina, plus 450. Furman, plus 500. Chattanooga, plus 600. Wofford, plus 1,400. ETSU, plus 2,000. Mercer, plus 4,000. The Citadel, plus 12,000. And VMI, plus 25,000. To me, first off, I love the SoCon. One of my favorite conferences. But this can get crazy. This conference can get crazy, in my opinion.
All 10 teams are in heading to this one.
I would say VMI is the only team that probably can't win a game. The Citadel might even be able to win a game.
Someone messaged in earlier in my show that the first, or I read this on Beeson's site. The first bad beat of the 2024 Southern Conference Tournament is that mobile sports betting in North Carolina does not launch until March 11th, the day of the championship game. So the whole tournament going through, and mobile sports betting is not allowed till Sunday.
Flag on the fucking play. Flag. Who the hell's running your state there, North Carolina?
Oh my God! Can we pipe this through to the top of the flagpole here? We got tournament time.
So I'm saying but they get it for the ACC. It's right before the ACC, right? Of
course, that's the only thing that matters. So the top 6 seeds get a bye. I love these fucking tournaments; they're hilarious. The top 2 seeds get a quadruple bypass bye. Like, what's going on here? All right, so you got Mercer, Citadel. Mercer will bury the Citadel, by the way. I sprinkled a little Mercer at 60-1.
Well, Mercer beat Sanford before the season.
That's what I'm talking about.
Yeah, they would get them as the 1 seed.
I don't fear them at all. I want to take Mercer plus points.
Sanford's not winning this shit. This is not going chalk.
Right.
I look, that Western Carolina Furman game, and by the way, the odds went down. I think on another book, DK, you can find Furman plus 6 or 7. But the winner of that Western Carolina Furman game, I think, has a great chance to win the conference. But I also like the other side of it. I think Greensboro is going to take down everyone on that side of the bracket. I like the south side of that bracket. So I'm going to take some of that plus 375 on the Spartans of Greensboro. But I definitely think Western Carolina and Furman, especially Furman, if you can go out there to another book and get shop around, because you can get a juicier number than plus 500. I like taking a shot on the Paladins or the Catamounts, depending on who you think is going to win that game. Maybe even take both. Say fuck it.
Well, especially if it goes the way I think it's going to go, and I think Mercer has a good chance of beating Sanford there, and then you have Mercer. Then you have Mercer playing their third game against the winner of that West Carolina Furman game. Be a much easier task. So I think that winner can kind of walk into the championship game basically.
Yeah, and Chad G in the chat said, you guys catching the specific game? It's 54-9 at half. Yeah, I live bet 36.5.
Yeah, we got it. All right. We don't need your Pacific Pepperdine updates. Okay. We got
all right. We're watching our bets burn. My original bet was like Pacific plus 10. Yeah.
Yeah.
So
took $9
just burning there.
I got a worse beat. I tried to get in Pepperdine, and I was on a delay. I was thinking it was going to be a regular Pepperdine tip-off at 9 p.m. or some shit. It's going on right now. Like, oh, they're warming up. I don't have the God's eye here at the studio, so it's on a 5-minute delay. Game went off. I'm like, all right, I'll just get a live bet in on Pepperdine. No problem. Bam, 16-0 within 2 minutes. Oh, well, that's fucked up. I'll never get that now. now I have to lay 45. Great. This is great.
Let me tell you one you should jump in on right now, and I know we'll talk more futures in a second, but Radford won the opening game in the Big South there. Okay. I love that first play-in game. Getting that first play-in game. You saw the Jacksonville Dolphins upset the 1 seed Eastern Kentucky. You saw Lipscomb get upset by North Alabama. Lipscomb was second in odds to win the A-Sun. Getting that game in early. Now I know it didn't go that way for who was that today? Someone else played today that got the early game and got destroyed. But I feel like a lot of times there's something to it, getting that early game. Radford's getting 9.5 against High Point tomorrow. Mm-hmm. I think you get on over there, bet the fuck out of that right now. The Highlanders are going to give them a game. Radford won at West Virginia this year. They can cover 9.5 against High Point. High Point also had an unbelievable year, right? No one saw that coming. But now there's a target on your back. You're the 1 seed. Right. I think Radford can give them a game. I don't even think it's that crazy to play the money line with the Highlanders.
I like that.
So get on over there. But looking at some other futures, I'm sorry,
quick, go back that SoCon real quick.
Yeah.
Because I like that angle there. I like that angle of Furman getting through now. If they get through Western Carolina, of course. In that UNC Greensboro Chattanooga matchup, I like Greensboro. Greensboro's actually my pick to win that conference there as well with you. Even though I do have a nice future in Mercer 61, but that Chattanooga Greensboro matchup is gonna be tough. It's odd because they beat them. Greensboro won in their place by 16, and then they lost at their own place by 28.
And keep an eye, Wofford could knock off Chattanooga though. Wofford's not horrible.
Okay.
Wofford's not horrible. I think that'll be a game. But I would favor Chattanooga, but I think that could be a game. So it could get a little dicey. Also, East Tennessee State, if they handle business, they would be playing Greensboro. They just beat Greensboro. That could get a little dicey, but I think that I like the fact they just beat Greensboro personally.
Yeah,
I think it's going to give a little motivation to the Spartans to get it done.
They got that duo. Was it Mikhail Brown? I got some good names. Mikhail Brown Jones.
Oh
Keyshawn Lackey.
Anyone named Mikhail, I'm a big fan of. All right. Mikhail's a name or
Mikhail's a good one. Mikhail Brown Jones, Keyshawn Langley, Kobe Langley. Keyshawn and Kobe. Get out there. It sounds like a good radio show.
Get out there.
Langley boys.
Hold on. Let's stay in the future market.
All right.
Hop down to the old Summit League where all of a sudden I go live last night on the show. And actually, you can still get UMKC plus 475, buddy. So the Summit League, they're red hot. The Kangaroos are hopping into this fucking conference tournament red hot.
I love KC.
The Jackrabbits are the favorites at plus 150. St. Thomas plus 250. And you got to love the fact that St. Thomas would have to play South Dakota State. So the two odds on favorite they're on the same side of the bracket. So UMKC just gets to conquer all that shitty side of the bracket, take down the Fighting Hawks of North Dakota, who have had a big year. They're plus 700. Omaha's plus 1,000. Bison plus 1,200. Denver plus 1,400. Oral Roberts plus 3,300. And South Dakota. Don't even mention fuck South Dakota.
Can't mention South Dakota or Oral, really, be honest with you. Denver's not interesting because they got, they have Tommy Bruner, obviously, who does he lead the nation in scoring? Is that right? He's got 24 and a half. I think he might be the national scoring leader. No one really talks about.
I think he might be top 10. I thought there was. Maybe I'm full of shit. I haven't looked lately.
Caitlin Clark is. I forgot to respect all leagues. I like this, like you're saying, because I think the Tommies, who are not only good, but they're motivated, where they will not be eligible if they win this conference tournament to go to March Madness, and we already see with that chip on the shoulder what that brings. So you got the St. Tommies coming in there. I think South Dakota State's in trouble. You can't play them. I mean, they're good, obviously, with Zeke Mayo, and they have a lot of balance. That's the reason why I do like South Dakota State. They have a lot of balance to do a deeper run. But I mean, you can have. That's why I'm thinking a little free roll. I'm thinking like a Tommies. I like Kansas City.
Well, the Tommies can't actually go dancing too, so you have that element.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That's the extra motivation where this is their life and death. This is obviously a lot of these guys are, but like they have that chip on their shoulder. They want to prove,
and they got that Parker Bjorklund.
Yes.
I think there's value in taking St. Thomas. I actually think if you're South Dakota State, you're pissed that you get the Tommies in the second round potentially.
It's a tough matchup for sure.
Yeah. So the Summit is there. We also got, what do we got going on? We got that's already started. The Big Sky is available right now. I know that doesn't start until what? I think Saturday. I think that's a Saturday.
Yeah, deeper league. There's an earlier one. We just did CAA, right? Or no, we did not.
No, CAA. That's what we need to talk about. The Colonial Athletic.
Let's get into Colonial Athletic a little bit here.
See, this one's a little bonkers to me because Charleston's the 1 seed. I don't trust them at all. They still could win it though, because I don't trust anybody. Like Hofstra's plus 275, Wilmington's plus 375, Drexel's plus 450. Towson at plus 1,000 is not a horrible play. Delaware's plus 1,500, Stony Brook plus 3,000, Monmouth plus 3,500, Northeastern plus 5,000. I'd stop there.
Now off the air, you poo-pooed my Stony Brook at 30-1 there. Yeah, I was thinking
they're not any good.
Yeah, they're not good, but Gino Ford, they're listen, they have advanced numbers like them a little bit. They're top 5 offensive defense, advanced per whatever the expected statistics. And Gino Ford, we all remember that run with Kent State in 2010.
Oh yeah.
But the advanced statistics have top 5 offensive defense. I'm saying it's a possibility. I don't know. Their schedule is obviously not that good. I'm a fan of Speedy Clack. I like this Hofstra team and Speedy Claxton. I like Tyler Thomas.
I think Northeastern's gonna beat your little Seawolves.
Oh,
right from the start. Right from the start.
That's unfortunate for you to say that.
And you already played the Stony Brook future. You didn't tell me that pre-episode. I thought you were thinking about it. You already jumped in with the Seawolves? Well,
if I say I'm thinking about something at 30-1, you know there's already some of it in my pocket. What I'm thinking about is actually going deep into it. I put it in there just to nestle it, or like, do I really bomb it and really try to sweat it out, or do I just sprinkle? If I mention it, it's sprinkled. I mean, that comes with the territory.
I think the championship game is Wilmington against Drexel, and I think the Dragons are fucking dancing. I think the Dragons are dancing.
Wilmington, Charleston, only 2 or 3 of the conference losses are from UNC Wilmington. That's their,
Towson beat Wilmington. That's a dangerous second-round matchup. That's why I don't love. I'd say like the Drexel's the team that I think I like best, but I think it's worth taking a shot on Wilmington too. I normally like. A lot of these comps, I like grabbing too.
You like to diversify your portfolio. You like to stick it into the wall and say at least one of them will come through.
Yes. So, take a shot, on the Dragons.
What I like about Charles, I don't like. I mean, obviously, I don't like playing a chalk in any of these conference tournaments. It's insane. Although Charleston obviously is good, and I don't. It's a tough matchup for UNC Wilmington there for them. But I do like they played different. Good coach, Pat Kelsey, but no, I don't. Wasn't nobody on their team is more than like 12 points a game. You know, they don't have that star. They just play good team basketball.
Yeah, and my shells are fucking straight, Chad G. Straight. I bust out the level again, showed the fucking world that the shit is level. All right, the room
pull out a level, pull out a level. Let's do some fucking.
I've done this already. Where, I got it. I don't know where the fuck I put the level the other day though. I'd have to find it again. It might be up top in the closet. Anyway.
You're a dad now. You need to have levels at the ready. You have to change it to
I got a bunch of shit, man. I got a bunch of shit to see here, man. All right. I got I got random shit. I got a lighter right here. You never know when you're gonna need a flame on.
That's a nice flame. Yeah, that's a barbecue flame right there.
Oh yeah. I got the I got a lot of random shit going on right now. I got the deck of cards right by here. I got some mason nails. I don't know why I have mason nails here, masonry nails, but yeah.
All right. Quick update before we jump in more on the CAA, which is being played at the beautiful Entertainment and Sports Arena in Washington, D.C., by the way, your old stomping grounds. I'm looking at this. We now have a halftime score, Pepperdine. It is Pacific 9, Pepperdine 58. So that's a 49-point lead. Not to shoot all over your number, but now I'm looking at the second half line is a pick 'em. Total 75. How do I not grab Pacific plus 49 right here, huh?
I'm about to say I got to chase the dragon a little again. I got to do it again. 49.
Let's keep doing it.
40 fucking 9.
And it is let's not lose.
I got to bet more because the 36 and a half is embarrassing. And I'm down 2 bets. So I'm going to go bet more on the 49 and a half.
Yeah.
Do that Nick Cage. Let's ride.
Let's not lose by 50.
Folks, I want to tell you the college basketball experience is brought to you by Cut. Cut is a peer-to-peer social betting platform. It's U.S.-based and available in 40 different states. P2P social betting is a new and better way to bet. Bet directly against your friends on other users, on sports, politics, pop culture, and other events with verifiable outcomes. Plus, there are a ton of fun social features that give it a feel of a betting social network, so to speak. Cut also offers a lower VIG and fully customizable odds. You can create your own bets. You got to. That's always great. You can bet on the neighborhood fight in the alley. I like that. Cut handles the payment side of things, so you never have to chase anyone down for dollars. So what are you doing, folks? Hop on over to download Cut today. It's in the App Store or head over to cut.com. That's KUTT.com. Use that promo code SGPN for a 10% deposit bonus. We're also brought to you by Underdog Fantasy. Look, Underdog Fantasy is the easiest place, in my opinion, like especially for college basketball, to find. It's the easiest to play fantasy sports on, and like specific player fantasy sports. It's also the fastest growing fantasy app in the industry. Pick whether your favorite player will have a higher or lower stat total in this week's game for a chance to win big. You can win 100 times the money you enter. I mean, so what are you doing? Hop on over there. Look, now you have to do more than one player though. It's got to be a little parlay action. But CJ, let's dabble a little bit in here. But you can pick between 2 and 5 players to build a pick'em entry. You can also make rivals picks, which pits 2 players against each other. So what are you doing, folks? I'm waiting for my thing to load up. Okay. Hopping over to the college hoops section, but there's NHL, there's NBA, there's a ton of great stuff. Max Klesmit for the Wisconsin Badgers has a higher, lower 10.5 points. Big game today against the Scarlet Knights. Scarlet Knights can play good defense though. I kind of think we take the lower on 10.5. What do you think?
That's 10.5 now.
Yeah.
That's a bet detective line as well.
Yeah.
What are we talking about here? I mean, my God.
Let's jump on the Clifford Amarori. Amarori.
All right, let's do it.
Lower than 9.5 points for
lower
the start.
Than 9.5. Lower than 9.5. Yeah, for sure.
Jump on that. Cameron Carter's in the chat saying, when's the baseball podcast drop? I think it's happening tonight. I will not be on that one because I am doing another episode at that time.
Obviously, I see Monty Pritchard, whatever, brings up a good question there. He wants to know lowest odds he's seen Drexel plus 450. He wants to know, is it better to do that or make 2 to 3 parlays with Drexel instead? What's your theory on this in general? What, playing futures, or a lot of people are like getting steam? You do the rollover parlay action instead. You can get better odds that way.
There is. Sometimes I really recommend that, but I mean, I guess your value, like obviously the WCC with like St. Mary's or Gonzaga, I'd rather just bet the games.
I'd rather bet the games. You're right. Go ahead.
But if you get like crazy odds on a team, you know what I mean, like jumping into the some of those SoCon, like plus 700 on Furman, I don't know that you'll be able to roll over that game after game.
Yeah. There's 2 risks involved. You can get rewarded and risks. One risk is if there are upsets all around, like what you thought would be an underdog play, all of a sudden now you're a small point favorite because another team another chalk got upset. You're not going to get the same odds as you would beforehand. One thing go your way is sometimes there's a major injury and now your team is either better or not, or you're facing someone's better, and you can bail out of there. You're not going to get the same number or whatever it is. I like doing the futures just because my work's over with. I don't have to keep up on it.
Yeah.
Keep adding in these parlays and adding on each game, which, I mean, it sounds stupid anyway, because I'm going to be on the site every day anyway, watching every fucking game and betting as DGen. But sometimes I'm more of a set and forget guy to have my future and have it rolling on. I mean,
let's be honest. We do both.
Right.
You take both. You take the future, and then you're like, you know what? I'm getting down on this. I picked them to win this conference.
And
sometimes that can go the other way.
Absolutely.
So yeah, I mean, look, let's talk about some of this action tomorrow, though, man. I know the lines aren't all out, but I can tell you this: there are some nice plays. I hit on the Radford one already.
Yes,
that's available. That's out there in the wild. That's not a made up line. And we have some huge games on Saturday. But tomorrow, gigantic game: Boise State's at San Diego State. San Diego State's laying 5. Get the fuck out of here. I am locking up San Diego State to take care of business at home. Coming off the loss? No. Boise's gonna they're walking into the octagon of doom. What are you doing? What are you doing there?
Coming off the loss, which they came back too. They were getting blown out.
Now, this is I don't see an out. Do you see an actual line on this one? This is a fabricated line.
Did they start? They don't start the conference yet, do they? No.
This is the final regular season game, though.
I'm thinking of Gonzaga, that Western Conference. They're in Vegas this week.
Just checking to see. Yeah, I don't see this out there yet.
6.5. I'm seeing San Diego State. 6.5 at Boise State. Total 137. That is number 867 in your Rolodex wager number.
Give me them Aztecs. I think they're going to win by double digits against this Boise team.
Boise's been hot away from the turf. They did not cover the other night. Although did they win that game?
They got drilled by Nevada the other night.
That's what it was.
I like jumping on that. Where are you getting that line from? Where are you seeing that line out there in the wild?
That was bet online. Yeah, that was a shocker. A lot of people were on Boise on Tuesday.
Okay. I see it.
Yeah, now you see it.
I see it now.
Yeah, maybe you're right. Maybe those wins that they were hot. Now you look back at the scheduling. I mean, New Mexico team that's in shambles. You beat them by 10 at home. Good for you. You beat a pathetic Air Force team, whatever. They beat Wyoming by 20, but all right, that's Wyoming. And then San Jose State at home. So yeah, maybe San Diego State's prime for a pick, and that might be the play.
Oh, and there's a maxing game, a rivalry game. Kent State, Toledo. Kent State's getting 7.5. I think we load up on those golden flashes. Toledo's showing some problems lately, especially on the defensive side of the ball. I think Kent State can stay within that number. I know that crowd will be lit though, but that's one that jumps to mind here. Friday slate's not that well. Obviously, we'll have a bunch of tournament games that we don't have lines on yet, but
Right.
I mean, I guess some of the big ones I want to ask you though is I'm intrigued about that Gardner-Webb Presbyterian game though on Friday. I think the running Bulldogs are going to stick it to the Blue Hose of Presbyterian.
Whoa! All right.
I think you load up on those running Bulldogs. Trying to think what else, because that's not line. That line's not out there yet, but I see it's going to be -5, 5.5. VCU's at Dayton.
That line's not out, the Gardner-Webb line?
I didn't see it. Did you?
No, you're right.
Yeah. And now Missouri State, Indiana State. Obviously, you saw Missouri State win today. I was all over the Bears.
Nice.
Watch out, Sycamores. All right. Missouri State's got a bunch of fucking seniors. It's dangerous. They're going to get like 10 points, 9 points, something like that. Watch out. I love the Sycamores all year, but I think it's a dangerous spot for them. And that's in Arch Madness there with the Missouri Valley.
Arch Madness. Is there a line off for that one?
No, I don't see it yet. But load me up on that Radford play though. That Radford play is fire.
Radford getting 10.5, huh?
What are they? They're gonna. That's worth a money line sprinkle. That is worth a money line sprinkle.
Interesting.
Saturday's card. Obviously, he's got a bunch of big time games. Duke, Carolina. Duke loses the first game in Chapel Hill. I'm gonna load up. The forecasted line is Duke -4.5. You know I gotta take it. If it's 4.5, which you never know, because Duke gets that extra love sometimes. So it might be 6.5, 5.5.
All right.
I'm gonna load up on the Blue Devils to get revenge, and they'll probably meet again in the ACC tournament. What are you doing here in the biggest?
We'll definitely meet again in the ACC tournament. I have a future on Carolina getting a 1 seed. That's not going to happen now anyway, just the way Tennessee pulled out those fucking wins. I thought it had a chance of Tennessee and Arizona falling on their face. Arizona can still definitely fall on their face, but Tennessee can lose outright. They're still going to get a 1 seed. That being said, Duke's playing pretty great. So it just makes sense. A Duke revenge game at home. Lock it up, and we'll see you in a championship game in next week for the rubber match.
Yeah, Saturday slate's incredible. Saturday slate is so you got that, which is like the best game you can watch all day, I think. But Oklahoma, Texas is intriguing to me. Texas is going to be laying 6 in Austin, maybe 7. Oklahoma's proven to be all right on the road. That's an interesting game as they both prepare for life in the SEC next year.
Texas, before they collapsed, and I'm glad they did because I was on Baylor the other night, and I have no idea how they covered that game, let alone won it. But Texas looked like
Texas. You sandbag. I pushed that game though.
Texas looked. You got a nice push on that bullshit 3 at the end.
8, yeah, I did.
I'm happy you did because I had 7 or 6.5 actually. I had, but then I saw that 3. I'm like, oh god, because I went off at 9, I think, at 9.5 or something huge. But Texas looked like a fucking 2 seed before the last 10 minutes of that game. They looked amazing. They had injuries, whatever. So, I like the way Texas is playing. What's that projected line? 6?
6 is the projected line here.
Okay. I have one huge play. I have a mass bomb. I'm smashing on Saturday. By the way, just wanted to let you know.
What is that?
And it's a revenge game. We already talked about how we like them tonight, but those Oregon Ducks at home versus Utah. Line's going to be a pick 'em or 1. I love Oregon in a revenge spot up there.
Yeah. I like Oregon tonight against the Buffs. I think they take care of Utah too.
Mm-hmm.
They're in the more desperate spot. And I mean, those games are all huge. By the way, Pepperdine up 66-16 right now. So for us getting 49.5.
We're within the number, baby. We're within the number. It's a shootout in the second half. All right.
I got to ask you about this other huge game. Kansas is at Houston. Houston's already won a share of the Big 12. They can win it outright if they take care of business. I know, we were talking a little pre-episode, and you're a bit concerned about the Cougs, getting another injury. They had
Another injury.
they already had
freshman.
Arsenal out for the year. Now you add Tugler.
Yeah, there's the third guy that lost for the year, and they keep bouncing back. They're tough. They're the toughest team in the country. But maybe not this game. I mean, obviously this game was Kansas, but went deep into the tournament that he provided. I mean, he was a good defender. He came off, and the games changed instantly when he was on there, the plus minus. So, I mean, I think down the road it might hurt him more. But Houston's a tough team. They're looking at what, a 10 for this line, 9.5. I'm looking at.
Yeah. I'll take Kansas.
I'll take Kansas here too. Actually,
I'll take Kansas in the points. Rick Pitino's taking on Georgetown. No, we won't talk about that one.
What did I tell you about fucking Georgetown? That narrative of Coolidge and the health, and they got ran out of the goddamn gym.
So done with Georgetown. What about UConn going to the dunk?
That could be interesting. I mean, they
had 9 at dunk.
They had a big win last night. I don't know. Providence, that's for sure. I can see taking the points. I can also see not getting in the way of that steam train that is UConn. But I'd lean to points more. I don't know if I don't know if I want to bet against UConn. I had Marquette last night, even though they didn't have Tyler Kogic. They still had a 3 at the buzzer that would have covered. That rattled it out. I mean, to say UConn played good, and they did. Marquette turned it over at the end with a huge. It seems like every college game. South Carolina was the same too. Before that,
I was on South Carolina. That was fucking.
I was too. Not even the buzzer beater bad beat when that racist state sheriff ref is like, no, that don't count. You can't be dunking down 7 and hanging on the rim like a goddamn easy sheriff. Well, you know what I'm about to say. Yeah, well, I do. That's why I had to stop you. Point is, possessions before that, though, when the game was in bounds and they run right into the game, full contact, no call. I mean, it seems like it happens every fucking game, and they just turn it over. Marquette last night, same thing, just a turnover. Just stay within the number. Put up something.
Oh, I got one for Saturday.
Okay.
Kentucky's going to win at Tennessee.
I would love it. I would love if Kentucky gets this win at Tennessee.
They're going to win at Tennessee. They're going to get it done. They're going to get it done. Tennessee won the first game at Rupp. What's up?
Yep. I was just gonna say this reminds me exactly of the Kentucky at Auburn game too.
Yes. Everyone's ready to crown Auburn. Everyone's ready to crown Tennessee now.
Crown their ass. Crown
them. And all of a sudden, John Calipari shows up
with the actual better talent.
Yeah, and they upset him. I
love this.
I love that angle.
Love the points. Definitely worth a sprinkle on the money line. I love that play. Great call on that one, Dundee. How about Villanova coming back? I was on Seton Hall the other night. I still like the way Villanova's playing. They're playing tougher. You got Creighton on the road. That looks like a pick 'em. Nova needs this win. Creighton does not.
That's true. And Creighton struggled on the road this year.
Creighton has struggled on the road this year. We saw them get rounded by St. John's. I see this similar situation. I think I think Nova's going to have something ready and shove a big old Philly cheesesteak down their ass.
Oh, I like it. So Chad G's asking the bet detective about this Temple line tonight.
Tonight's Temple line.
And why the hell this line moves so much.
Let me take a look at tonight.
He wants you to sniff out. I know you're close to. I know you know people in Philadelphia too. So one phone call, bet detective has this figured out.
What did this move from? What did this open up at?
I believe it was really short.
Because I've written off
5 maybe, and now it's at 7.5.
It's an odd line. It's an odd line. But something's going on there. You're right about that. The bet detective does
something. Sniff it out.
Sniffing it out at UAB. I mean,
and UAB. I mean, in 6th place in the AAC. Temple's in 13th. Why would it jump that much?
Why? There has to be an injury or something like that. I mean,
something's up there. Something's up. Sniff it out.
Bartovic had this line at a pick 'em.
Yeah, it's all over the fucking place. Why the hell is it jumped up to 7.5? It's just not making fucking sense.
Like I said, my one Temple insider, now it's at 7.5. This thing is flying. My one Temple insider who gave me all the information entered the transfer portal the second after I had him booked on the show. So we'll have to work on that.
So
it opened at 2.5, and now it's at 7.5. So
yeah, 2.5 last night on the show. What the hell is going on here?
Mm-hmm. Well, if you look at the chat room on your Score app, where you have a bunch of maniac 22-year-olds who get angry at fucking everything and send death threat DMs to fucking players because their $5 parlay got blown up. Of course, they will tell you that someone had info on the game and dropped some money on UAB. Line shot up. That's a general consensus.
Let's go back to Saturday. We got Farmageddon, Iowa State playing for a share of the Big 12 championship. Can they go into the Little Apple known as Manhattan, Kansas, and knock off Jerome Tang and them? See, I think this is one Tang gets. The number 6 team in the nation go into the Little Apple. You want to argue for Kansas State to get in the NCAA tournament? It happens after this game. I think Kansas State's going to beat Iowa State in the Little Apple. I think we got a live dog situation. Your thoughts?
And that is a Saturday game?
Saturday game. The line, I think, projected at Iowa State -6.
There it is. Iowa State -6 in Little Manhattan, in the Little Apple of Manhattan. For sure. Coming off an embarrassing beat down at Kansas. Big 12 home team. Why not? And Iowa State, as good as they are, they're not a team that really likes to blow, especially on the road, because they play.
There's another game, too, I think we should talk about is Memphis going for the season sweep against Florida Atlantic. Remember what happened in the NCAA tournament a year ago? Florida Atlantic goes to the Final Four after Memphis blows a 1-point lead, and they had the ball with a 1-point lead with like 7 seconds left. Couldn't get the ball up half court, threw a turnover. Florida Atlantic basically wins at the buzzer.
Well, they didn't get the timeout and a foul there. That skirmish. Yeah. Bullshit.
Yeah. I had Memphis. My bracket was fucked after that.
We had Memphis everywhere. That's the merch. That's the merch shirt. I gotta get it ready. I gotta get it for March. My bracket's fucked, dude. My bracket's fucked. Yeah,
that's the way I was doing. I had Arizona going far too. First day, my bracket was completely fucked.
There's nothing better though than having your Final Four out before the fucking afternoon games on Thursday.
Yeah.
It's liberating.
Start drinking, just laughing, start drinking
and laughing. And you can bet games all you want. You don't have to worry about shit interfering with you.
Yeah.
How about that weak Forest team? An absolute losing at home to
Georgia Tech,
the Swarm, which we're always on, but I thought they were going to get blown out. I mean, these are games Wake Forest needs. You can't be losing at home to Georgia Tech. So now I think you get a little bit of value out of them. The look ahead line is 3 at home versus Clemson.
Yeah,
embarrassing loss like that. I like Wake there.
I think we jump on the Deeks there, and I also think we jump on Memphis in the points in Del Boca Vista. All right,
Memphis is on a late on a mission like special ed.
Yeah.
You know.
Let me ask you about Arizona going into USC on Saturday.
Now I was just going to
chat. James wants to be a hero.
If you like UCLA tonight, getting 9 versus Arizona, I imagine you would like USC, who's playing better, also getting 9 at home.
I think Arizona's going to get clipped by one of the two. I don't know. I bet I'm on the case. I think it's going to be UCLA.
So this is an if bet. If UCLA don't get you, then their goddamn brownie will. All right.
Yes.
I like
it. Marquette's at Xavier. Tyler Kolek's still out. Not going to play.
How long is he going to be out, you think? Did they say?
I think to the Big East tournament, if I had to guess. But if he's out for the season, Marquette's out in the first fucking round probably. Xavier's going to beat him at the Cintas Center, in my opinion. Load up on those Musketeers. Then you also got a huge game in the Mountain West. If Utah State wins, they win the 1 seed in the Mountain West. New Mexico at Utah State. Utah State's gonna be laying 1.5. New Mexico fighting for their postseason lives. I'm on New Mexico. I mean, I'm on Utah State. I just think Danny Sprinkle and the too tough at home.
I am too. Utah State. I love them here. New Mexico is a disaster right now. I mean,
yeah.
They have Utah State before the conference tournament. They have Utah State and who I think they might have like San Jose State or something, some team that you should beat. But I don't even know if they can beat them right now. They're horrible. I took them plus 190, plus 200 to miss the bracket, miss the madness as a bubble team in general in Mexico, which I like. I can see them losing out the way they're fucking playing.
Yeah.
But Utah State at home on Saturday, laying 1, give me all of that.
And they're playing for the 1 seed. They're not going to play the backups. They're playing for the 1 seed. So there's something there. Baylor's at Texas Tech. That's an intriguing game in the Big 12. Texas Tech going to be maybe a short 1 point favorite, maybe a pick. I kind of lean Baylor there. Shout out to Nathan Cerna, up $600 already.
Okay, ship it.
Yeah, let's go, folks. We're going to talk about a few other games, but before we do that, I want to tell you that the college basketball experience is brought to you by Manscaped. We top of the morning to you. This episode is brought to you by St. Patrick's Day's beautiful Shamrock Shavers, Manscaped. They got the Lawnmower 5.0. They're breaking out. And this year, don't just chase rainbows. Make your own pot of gold and groom your little leprechaun with the leaders in below the kilt care. Say goodbye to your clover forest with that Manscaped Lawnmower 5.0 and let your confidence shine bright. Embrace the luck of the Irish and join the 10 million men worldwide who trust Manscaped. Head over to manscaped.com. Use that promo code SGPN to get 20% off plus free shipping. And I'll be honest, ever since I dabbled with Manscaped, I can proudly say that I have found my pot of gold at the end of the rainbow. So what are you doing? Meet your new lucky charm for St. Patrick's Day, the Lawnmower 5.0 Ultra. And the trimmer comes with 2 interchangeable next-gen skin-safe blade heads. One for the old classic trim and a new foil blade to go smooth wherever your heart desires. Equipped with dual LED lights, too. You can navigate your shamrock patch in peace. Worried you'll make a mess? Fear not. This wonder is waterproof. You could shave underneath the fucking waterfall. You're going to be fine. All right? So what are you doing, folks? Hop on over there. Get 20% off and free shipping with the promo code SGPN at manscaped.com. That's 20% off and free shipping with the promo code SGPN at manscaped.com. We're also brought to you by Champs. Champs is hosting a free March Madness bracket contest for a chance to win $1,000. Plus, if you host your own March Madness pool on Champs, you'll get an extra free entry into the bracket contest. Tiebreakers are determined by who enters first, so stop what you're doing right now. Jump in there now. Head to sportsgamblingpodcast.com/champs. That's sportsgamblingpodcast.com/champs. We're also brought to you by Hall of Fame Bets. Win bigger by betting smarter this NBA season with Hall of Fame Bets, the sports betting analytics platform for parlays, player props, and game lines. Research every NBA and soccer bet with historical stats and data. And word is they're going to have college hoops in the next week or two. Stop betting in the dark and join over 30,000 users researching with Hall of Fame Bets to craft more intelligent, data-driven parlays. Download the Hall of Fame Bets app or visit HOFBets.com. Use that promo code SGPN to get 50% off your first month today. Start researching. Start winning with Hall of Fame Bets. All right.
Love it.
Can we get a live update on this massacre?
Things aren't going well.
Fucking massacre. 70.
73-20. I'm looking at.
We're on the number. We're on the number right now.
We need 49.5. We need under 50. This is the latest number we have.
What do you mean? I got plus 49.5.
Right.
So right now, 49.5. We're right there. We're right there.
Right there. We're outside of it, though.
No, I'm covering by what score you got over there? I'm covering by a half a point right now.
Now it's 24.
Yeah. I'm covering by a half a point. I'm in a great place. I'm feeling good about life. Monty's asking if he should play Southern Miss. No, I'm on Texas State pretty big here. So, yeah, I'm all over Texas State.
All right.
Saturday, there's some other good games. Arkansas is taking on Bama. I like to take the Razorbacks and the points. I don't know. Bama's lost 2 in a row. Maybe that's a bad
Bama's lost 2 in a row, but I mean, with their defense, the back door is always open.
Yeah.
Nothing wrong with taking the points there.
UCF's at TCU. TCU just won in Morgantown.
What about Nevada?
Oh, that's an interesting game because the Nevada, the Fremont Cannon.
Yeah.
Big ass cannon on wheels they're battling for. UNLV at Nevada. Right. UNLV red hot. Nevada red hot. Something's got to give in Reno.
I like to be honest with you. I like the way Nevada's playing.
Yeah.
UNLV, great win versus San Diego State. They almost blew it though.
I think I'm with you.
I don't trust UNLV on the road for sure.
Now here's something tricky, right? South Carolina's at Mississippi State. Mississippi State coming off the loss. Maybe we take a flyer on the Bulldogs to take care of South Carolina, in Stark Vegas. Interesting game there. No?
Interesting game. I don't know. I'm too emotionally exhausted from South Carolina last night. It also could be something. It could be a sign of things to come. There, they were playing above their heads for a while. Mississippi State's good. I like Mississippi State. They're I like them in Mississippi. To be honest with you, I like a little Mississippi rebel old school Mississippi burning 2-team parlay there. Actually, give me a Gene Hackman, Mississippi State, Ole Miss.
I like it. Get on in there. They're gonna take care. A&M's at in Oxford there.
Fire hose that one to the wall. 2-team parlay, Ole Mississippi.
Folks, hop on in.
The water's cold, freezing cold, and painful. Anyway, hop on in. How about your East Carolina Pirates?
Oh, don't insult
question, right? Song, baby. Look at them.
I mean,
and may the Schwartz be with you. What a world, what a world.
Jump on them. That's easy cash. I try to keep that one a little hush.
Here's the game. Yeah.
What's up?
I was just gonna say, in Charlotte, was their last game versus South Florida there? Whatever.
Charlotte played. They played Rice. They played Rice. Didn't cover. I ate shit on that bet.
Yeah, Charlotte's been terrible for me recently, and then we had high hopes for him. So give me these Pirates. I'll take these Pirates out of spite just with you. But how about this game? Why is this look ahead line only 3? Boston College at Louisville.
Oh. This is a game Louisville wins, right?
It looks like that. Or also, this is the final game where we can just fire this entire coach, just clean house.
I mean, he's already been fired. What are they? He must have like a some type of contract where, if you fire him before the end of the year, there's like a buyout. There's got to be an angle there.
There were those orgy or whatever. So that was a big scandal. He's got to have pictures of everything with chancellors in there and deans or something. How is he still the coach of this team? Get this experiment over with.
That's a good point. But that line stinks. Pet detective, get on the case there.
Detectives on that before you jump all over Boston College. That's either a win one for the Gipper there, or it's time to clean out.
I got one on Sunday.
Yeah. Oh, Sunday. All right, let me skip ahead here.
Illinois is going to lose at Iowa.
I
was playing much better basketball.
I was playing great. This was a huge game.
Champaign got hosed. I had 9.5 with the Hawkeyes in Champaign. It was like a 3-point game with a minute left, and they lose by 10. This is revenge. Hawkeyes, get it done.
And I was playing great. I was on them in Evanston. I said that had that outright, and I said they're going to do that to make this game bigger. Yeah, I had them outright at Northwestern, and it's all sets up for this. This is a massive Big Ten. This is a classic Big Ten game. It's late Sunday afternoon because of course it is. Of course it's late Sunday afternoon. They're old fucking CBS, old Pat Summerall on the call. It's gonna be Billy Packer's dead corpse. I'll get him out there calling this fucking game. But I'm with you. I like Iowa in this game. I like Iowa in this spot here. Illinois had a big letdown after Purdue. They blew that game.
And Purdue won the Big Ten. So Wisconsin's getting 12.5 at Purdue. What the fuck is Purdue playing for? Why don't we load up all these Badgers to potentially knock them off?
I'll see what the Badgers do to Rutgers tonight first. Before
I mean a lot of shit.
A window to put them again. I hate those sons of bitches.
Oh man, Sunday. Anything else you like?
Sons of Badgers.
SMU is going to lose at UAB on Sunday. Prediction.
Okay.
UAB wins. UAB wins that one.
Yeah, short slate on that one. How about Sparty?
Michigan State at Indiana is interesting. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Now they just said they're bringing back Mike Woodson to the delight of Mike Woodson's family only. And they went out and they beat the living hell out of Minnesota last night after that news. I guess the players were happy for this.
I was on the wrong side of that one.
I was definitely on the wrong side. I was on the side where the team is 24-3 and gets the spread. Indiana's their kryptonite, though. That's what Indiana does to them.
I think Indiana's going to beat Michigan State. They're going to beat them.
Jesus Christ, I can't take Indiana.
They're red hot. They're going to win the Big East tournament. The Big Ten tournament. They're going to go in there.
Indiana. Now that I like. I like that side. So get hot. All right. You know what? I'm with you.
They're hot. You just won a couple on the road. Come home to Assembly Hall. Mike Woodson should buy everyone a beer in that fucking joint.
Can we get an Indiana? Can we get an Indiana Ohio State Big Ten final? Free run that.
Yeah, the Big Ten's been so ass this year. I actually think there's a chance for that. There's a chance for
sure. Absolutely.
Yeah.
So let's take Iowa, Ohio State at it's at Rutgers. We might want to avoid that.
Penn State's going to beat Maryland too.
Penn State will beat Maryland. Indiana beats Sparty.
We got a little parlay, a little Big Ten parlay. You think Nebraska's going to cover the 4.5 in Ann Arbor?
I mean,
that line. We Bet Detective needs to be on the case for that one.
The Bet Detective has a busy Sunday. The Bet Detective has to do the Lord's work on Sunday because the Big Ten is pulling all kinds of crimes while people are at church and at brunch on Sundays. All right, I'm on the brunch beat on Sunday. What is going on there? Why is Nebraska only laying 4.5?
Something that stinks to high heaven. UAB's winning that game though in Birmingham. All right, I don't know about UAB tonight in Philly. That shit's weird.
Yeah,
but SMU coming with a little target on their back before they jump to the ACC. UAB gets up for big games. I'm all over the Blazers in Birmingham. And anything else, we got to get the fuck out of here. We've been talking.
Wrap this up. I mean, my God, there's 1,000 fucking games.
I know. Let's go. Folks, give CJ Sullivan a follow on Twitter at CJ Sullivan _ and make sure you subscribe to the Bottom Line Bombs.
Go, hold on. Say that one more time as I go to page 2 on the iPad.
But make sure you subscribe to the old Bottom Line Bombs. There we go. Nathan Cerna saying shout out to White Tiger. As always,
yes.
Let's go.
Shout out to White Tiger.
We'll be back tonight talking college hoops. I'm on VSiN. I'm on the good old Hoops Peterson show at 7. Jump on over there. Check that. We got the SGP show at 8:30. We got the Pacific time. We got the college basketball experience going live 10:30, 11-ish Pacific time. Let's fucking go. Give me a follow on Twitter at DColbyD. Also, the college basketball experience is on Twitter at TCE on SGPN. I see 134 people in this bitch. Hit that like, hit that subscribe button, youtube.com/the college experience. Also, check out Sports Gambling Podcast. Check out the college baseball experience. They have an episode going live tonight. The Big 12 experience also as well. And the college football experience just dropped a brand new Mountain West and Pac-2 breakdown of all the schedules and what we think, who got the best schedules, what do we like about each team moving forward. Go check all of that out. Also, the FCS college football experience did a top 30 quarterback transfers coming in and departing in the FCS. Go check out all that shit. Until next time, folks, this is the college basketball experience. You better start thinking about yours. And we out of here.
Run and shoot.